The Science of Mind, written by Ernest Holmes, read by Jean Perkel, for April 30th. The engine of the subjective mind must be guided. It is neither person, place, nor thing of itself. It is subjective to the desire of man. Consequently, it has for him only the power he decrees it to have. Because thought is made of the stuff that forms the universe into infinite creation, the law is charged with the power that we give it. No more and no less. It responds by correspondence. It is a mirror and a perfect one. It molds our ideas and beliefs into visible form and casts them back multiplied. It does not know that it is doing this, but it knows how to do it. This is one of the great enigmas of the universe. The nature of reality is such that universal mind has unlimited power, but so far as man is concerned, it has only the power which he gives to it. He gives it power when he says, I am weak, sick, or unhappy. It says for him that he first says for himself. And since, for countless ages, man has believed that which is not true of God, his body and the environment reflect his limited concept of the universe. This law is a force in nature to be used and brought under conscious control of the spirit of man, which is his conscious mind. Man's conscious mind is the consciousness of God in him. Mind as law and helpless. Mind as law is helpless without direction. It has nowhere to go and nothing to do of itself. It must be directed, or it will do nothing of permanent worth for man. Mind as law is an abstraction, merely a possibility. Man is a concrete knower. He is a consequence of spirit individualized, the personality of God multiplied. Spiritual man is one with spiritual God. Spirit operates through man as a self-knowingness, and this makes man distinct and different from all other creations so far as mentally is concerned. Mind as law is unconscious intelligence and lives only through man. It is his to command, his servant. It has no desire of his own. Man is its desire, will, and purpose. While mind as law is always subjective to man's desire, we must not forget that it has infinite intelligence within itself. It is as mind, it is mind as the abstract and in the unformed. It is mind in an unthought state, so to speak. It takes concrete form from desires and mental images impressed upon it. It resides within us for the purpose of being used, and it should be used definitely and with conscious knowledge that it is used for specific purposes. It will do for us whatever we wish it to do, provided we first create the thought mold. God as conscious mind is spirit. God as subjective mind is law. God as conscious mind is self-knowing, but the law of God's mind, like all other laws of nature, is given us to be used. The law of mind obeys the orders that are given it, whether we are conscious or unconscious, that which let me start over. The law of mind obeys the orders that are given it, whether we are conscious or unconscious that such orders are being given. Being entirely sensitive to our thought, and by its very nature absolutely receptive as well as intelligent and responsive to it, and at the same time being creative, it is easy to see what a tremendous power we have at our conscious disposal. The universal mind in its subjective state is what we mean by the law of mind. The subjective medium is limitless and can do anything that we may wish it to do. It must obey the conscious thought since it has no power to reason other than deductively. This is why conscious thought has power. Power, energy, are phases of mind acting as law. Mind is all its phases is some part of mind in all its phases is some part of God. Man is some part of God, and since God or spirit is a complete and a perfect unit, then man's mind is simply the place where he individualizes God.